What's going on? It's Justeeni here, and we're going to be showing how to get 3 stars in perfection with the free tribes, because it is quite a bit more difficult compared to if you have all the tribes, but I'm going to show you a pretty simple, straightforward, and somewhat easy way to get 3 stars with the free tribes here. And what we're going to do, I'm going to use Xin-xi because I think this is the most difficult tribe to employ this strat with. So if I can do it with Xin-xi, you can do it with any tribe. So we're going to hop in and we're going to play with 1 opponent, because you can play with 3. That gives you a little bit of extra score from the difficulty bonus, but we're going to do 1 for the sake of this challenge. And we might have to do a little spawn shopping, but this spawn honestly looks fine. It's got a decent amount of resources and plenty of land is what we want. We don't want to see water in our spawn, so we're going to roll with this. I'll explore, find a village, pretty nice. And, you know, just kind of play the early game as you would. One thing to note with Xin-xi is there's no villages here, because there's no villages around empty mountains, because Xin-xi has a 100% mine rate. So there's also no village around here, although the ruins is also another dead giveaway. So, I mean, beyond that, the spawn isn't actually great in terms of speed, which everything matters in perfection, so a slow spawn like this is pretty bad, but I'm going to see if I can make it work anyway. I get a very nice ruins though, so that kind of offsets things quite a lot actually. So I'll just snag this lighthouse because I want to get the ruins. And yeah, again, just play the early game in a typical way, expand at a reasonable rate. I think there might be a village there. Then I'll just train another warrior. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get border growth. Here's a general tip with perfection. Border growth gives you points. Points are good. Go border growth. Yeah, no village there though. So next goal, I guess I want to get a giant. I think I won it via smithery, so that's what I'm working towards next. So go over here. Yeah, this density is awful. I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna make do with it. Frankly, because we can. And we're gonna go parks. No giants here. Because we really need the points and we need the economy. I'll go ahead and put this Mark of Fortune here. We're also workshopping all the way. No explorers needed. Just all workshops. Normally explorers are very good. It's just we need all the stars we can get our hands on. So I'm gonna go ahead and step on the ruins. I'll level this up. So I think forestry pretty soon, because the name of the game right now is just economy. I'll get another warrior going. We get a sword, not very good. Move this warrior up here. I'll move this warrior up in case I find something. Forestry is 17, so that does work. And what we'll want to be doing is, as soon as we can, we want to get markets. And that's going to be a very important way with how we're going to play things, because that's going to give us a lot of stars. And the name of the game with perfection is we need a lot of stars because we need to place these temples. These temples are very expensive. So we're going to get those going. And despite some difficulties with this village density, see, there's just nothing near my capital except for this city. This is a pretty workable spawn, just because we have a lot of land to work with. So I'm gonna get riding roads just to work towards those markets. Eventually I'll want to get mathematics as well, just to further help. Keep in mind with barter and empress, you'll generally go mathematics as well, and you'll likely have an easier time setting up markets. With Omaji, you'll go construction, and also have a pretty easy time setting up markets. Xin-xi has by far the hardest time setting up markets out of all the free tribes, so like if this looks kind of like difficult, what I'm dealing with right now, this is the most difficult tribe to 3-star, without a doubt. But we do get our hands on another village there. So honestly, like all things considered, even though the spawn is pretty mediocre, it's still not that bad actually. So I think I'll chop here. I'm planning out my market spots in advance. I know I want to market here if I get a sawmill here. I want to market here if I get a sawmill here. And then I'll figure out these other markets later. I just want the important ones out of the way. So I'm actually going to get trade right now. Because I think... Okay, yeah. If I get a sawmill on this square, a forge here, then I get a market here, that's a level 4 market. That's pretty good. So I'll start by setting up this market right here. So turn 11, not too bad pace-wise. Like if you're setting up your first market, turn 11, that's pretty good. So I could get math, but I think I'll wait. Usually you want to be pretty hesitant with buying techs, even with a really greedy strat like this, just because oftentimes you can develop eco and like this only got 3 stars more expensive, but if I'm getting 3 extra star per turn, and in this case I'm actually getting 5 extra star per turn on this turn alone, it's definitely worth it to develop my markets instead. In fact, I might even be able to go a little bit further if I do something like this. I'll have to be pretty careful what trees I chop, because remember, I want to keep the sawmill spots intact, so I don't want to chop these, but this is fine to chop. I think I want to keep this sawmill spot intact. Yeah, because then I can put a market here. So yeah, I'll chop here, and then I can level this up, and this gets me another park, putting me at 29 star per turn. And I have not interacted with the opponent yet, mostly because I just don't care. I'm going to set up markets first, and once I have just this insane eco, then I can deal with the opponent. So I'll just keep exploring around a little bit. Looks like it's barter. And I can go ahead. Yeah, let's actually go math. I said I wouldn't, but I lied a little bit. But I have a good reason for lying to you guys. It's for the content, of course. But I think I'll go ahead. I'm placing this on the fruit. It's fine, don't worry about it. I'm getting plenty of star per turn to make up for it. And then I don't actually want to chop anything, even though it can help me develop a little faster, just because I want to keep those market spots nice and intact. And I don't need to buy any techs pre-capture, so I won't. I'll just go ahead and get this new city. And then I'll do things like this, because I'm actually deciding to put my market right here, my forge right here. Then I can use these lumber huts to get a park. I'll go ahead and level this up like so. And remember, even though this border growth looks pretty bad, it's still worth going for just to get some extra points. And then I can go ahead and chop. I want to, again, be very careful with chops. In fact, I don't even think there are any good chops, so I think I might actually wait to do anything there. And again, we're just developing economy. That's the name of the game. Oh, and it looks like I appear to be colorblind. That is Impress. Go make fun of me. So the opponent is there, but I'm just going to develop eco first once again. And again, you don't really need any giants. I might get one giant actually, Oh, I can't get a sawmill there. I think the sawmill spot is worth it regardless. Just because that market is amazing. Yeah, I think it's actually worth it, which means I can feel free to chop these. And yeah, now as for leveling this up, I'll likely need to use a monument. I'll again just keep workshopping, even though an explorer seems logical. We don't care about being logical here, we just care about economy. And then I can go ahead and get a market right here. I think I'll get this sawmill first. Get this market. Then I'll chop this. 1, 2, 3. Border growth here. And I think we will need to start taking out the opponent soon, but we've got a really nice base for our economy. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely need to start messing with them, so it is time to get sailing, or fishing right now, sailing in a bit. And I'm just gonna use swordman, just because that's what I have available. Then I can go ahead and connect. I can use a forge. And then again, border growth, just because. I'll get a forge, double mine, and I can even get a super unit, get a forge here. Then can I double chop? Yes, I can. And I might, just for the sake of speeding things up, get a second giant. Again, this is just to make things quick, because they do have 6 cities that will take some time to break through. And yeah, it looks like they even have a juggernaut of their own. But I'll go ahead and get ramming. I've got quite a bit of eco, so I might as well get sailing even. So I can take out a lot of stuff, damage this juggernaut. I can even start to connect things. I'll see if I have the resources available to do so. I think if I put a port here, yes, that does connect. Then I can connect here, and then that connection actually didn't do much. Kind of a itty bitty waste. But we can just waste a little bit sometimes. Alright, so I'll just splash around, and yeah. Definitely want to snag that. And I'll just keep on smacking things. I'll likely need some more swords. The swords are also very good when they land. So I can smack things around a little more. So yeah, this market spot's actually not very optimal. If I'd placed it there, that might have been a bit better. I can go ahead and get organization. Now I can get another park. Still not really gonna go for giants. I'm pretty confident I can take the bot out in due time. Though This might be a pretty close run, actually. Get another rammer. I'll take this out. Do that. Take that out. Complete killer. Get a good smack there. And I'm dominating the waters pretty well. I'll get free spirit, that's going to be how I make my temples. I'll get a park here. I'll get a scout to start exploring. Oh, that was a misclick. I'll snag this village. This should give me Grand Bazaar. And again, even though Explorer seems intuitive, I need the stars. So I'll go ahead and use Grand Bazaar as well. And again, let me place it here. Border growth. Then it's turn 19. You only need to place the temples on odd turns, and you really don't worry too much about them. I think it's starting turn 20. I just placed this one to upgrade this city a little sooner. And yeah, I don't need a training unit here because the sword's already got that covered. So I think I'll just get a scout ready. So I can go ahead and stomp around. Stomp around some more. Then I think I can siege this. Yep, looks like I'm just better at the game. And ideally I want to wipe the opponent out before turn 25. Or not before turn 25, but by turn 25. They should be dead. Because I want to get Altar of Peace. I mean, you want to get every monument you can. You don't want to be missing any. I will get another sword, then I'll chop, and then because it's turn 20, that is an even number turn, I want to start spamming temples, and the question is where, because I can only spam them on plain tiles, and I want to ideally level up a city while I place them, so I might do it in my capital. Because they do give that one population, and don't discount that. That does help, because if you get another park, that's 2 star per turn. Because 1 star per turn for leveling up, and then 1 star per turn for the park. So it absolutely does add up. So let me get another scout. I'll actually sacrifice that just to send this full HP rammer in. Then I'll quickly send that scout over. I'll use a rammer because I want to break through with that. Again, a little bit of a time crunch, so I have to be a little inefficient. Ideally, you would want it to be a little faster than I was, but again, my spawn was not the most ideal, and I'm using the worst tribe for the job. And again, this might not happen on your first try. That's okay. You can always try again. This is not very easy to do, free to play. But I am going to show that it is possible. This is my first attempt recording this. I did a little bit of practice beforehand, but I will say this is actually my worst run that I have had out of all the practice attempts I was doing. So if this looks like it's going bad, it's because it actually is. This is definitely not my most ideal attempt, but I think even despite that, I think I still can do it. So yeah, I can get a nice siege here. Empress will be on 3 cities next turn. I'll get a bunch of scouts. Then I can just get a sword here. Can do a little poking around. So I'm unsure if I'm gonna get the Altar of Peace monument, but I don't think that's too mandatory. It does cost me quite a bit of score, but I might be able to make do without it. We're gonna see. This one's gonna be pretty close for the content. So I'll go ahead and connect this, level this up. So I'll actually set up a sawmill here because I want to get a market going on this tile. And I'll even upgrade this sawmill. I'll use this temple to get another border growth. Then I can think I will chop to get a forge. I'll get another park. And I'll roll with this. Alright, so I think if I played my cards right, yes, that dies. That dies. And yeah, note that I'm not really too concerned about like getting starfish either. It's just not very important. Get a rider. And I might actually, I could go really risky and get a catapult. It's like obviously a bad play, but maybe the bot doesn't take advantage. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Because that very well is a possibility. But I'll go ahead and level this up, connect it. Then I can go ahead and I can get a market. I'm gonna risk it with the catapult. This might be one of the riskiest decisions I've done. I mean, I make a lot of really unnecessary and silly risks, but this one is no exception. It is a very risky idea, and we'll see if it pays off. Does not pay off. I mean, it's not over yet. As in, we can most certainly... Yeah, we can most certainly still get 3 stars. With really good play. Hang on. I'm not sure if I messed something up, actually. Oh, they have border growth on their capital. Yeah, this can really be cutting it close. Okay, well, as a wise man once said, lock in. Let me just go ahead and road up. Send this giant in. Yeah, I might have made some slight oversights. I think the catapult misplay was very significant. I'll send some of these over just to grab the starfish when I need them, because there are quite a few here, and there's not much else to do with those ships. Might as well get some vision. That's pretty nice vision. So I'll go ahead, snag myself a really nice sawmill spot. Then I need to get some temples again. It is turn 24. I'll use my Emperor's Tomb, get another park. Then I will disband this, give me 5 stars, use it. Frankly, I'm not very sure, so I'll just put it in my capital. Alright, so can take all that out. I'll be sure to do that so I don't get an explorer. I get a resource runes. That's not too bad. That's half a temple. So let me road. And I'll have to sacrifice the sword for the greater good. So yeah, not quite, but this is still playable. Things could definitely be worse. So unfortunately we do not get our Altar of Peace. If I were to be getting Altar of Peace, I would be buying Meditation this turn. But because I'm a little silly little goober, I will not be buying Meditation. At least not this turn. I will be buying it because you need to buy all the techs for Tower of Wisdom. But it won't be for a while. And because it's turn 26, that's another temple turn. Place a bunch of temples. And yeah. Oh, they placed their own monument. That is quite good for me. Now, I'm not sure if this gets killed. See how much damage this deals. Oh! I think that definitely kills then. So let me just send in get this rider here, take this out, and then this only deals 9 damage. Come on. Okay, well, just in case it somehow kills it, I am not gonna bring out the calculator. In-game calculator doesn't want to work. So I'll just do that. And again, this attempt is, it's definitely the worst attempt I have had so far. But I think it's still surprisingly doable. Border growth again. Always border growth. And might as well mark it. Get a park. And then this wasn't necessary. This is not necessary. This is not necessary. But all these other ships, I will need to keep around for a little bit. But I can just spam temples on any plain tile that I see. And then, yeah. This turn was a temple turn. I might have said that last turn was a temple turn. It wasn't. I lied. Alright, so I will go ahead. I think I'll just, because it's not a temple turn right now, I will get philosophy and navigation just before capture while the techs are still cheap. And I don't have too many other techs to get, so I might be able to snag them on turn 29 and 30, just all in one go. Hopefully I'm right about that. So I can level up my capital for park. I'll disband everything over here. Collect all these starfish. And I mean, my score, I'll be honest, not great for this point in the game, but it might still be workable. Like, I think it's like if your score looks like this, I mean, I guess you'll see at the end of the video if I do it, but I mean, I wouldn't give up at this point because it'll definitely still be reasonably close. So this is another temple turn. So every temple you place on this turn will level up once, and any temple you place afterwards will not level up at all, which means that they're pretty inefficient at that point. But this turn only, they are quite efficient. So I will go ahead and take advantage. I do have meditation, so I can place down some mountain temples as well, like right here. That's pretty neato. And I'll just place another random temple here. Might as well place this I have got to get border growth. Then, again, those border growths are really good. This border growth was better, but I can get another monument for that. Now for turn 29. I mean, score bonus, it's looking pretty good, actually. I'm more confident because these techs do give quite a few points. Now the final turn. And again, this run, this was my worst run. Given pretty small sample size, I really just did like 2 practice runs. So this is my 3rd attempt overall, because it's also my 1st attempt with recording. But I mean, that's not too bad. Like this, I don't remember the exact like minimum number you need, but this does show promise. So yeah, from this point, it's all about just spamming as many parks as you can, because that's the most efficient source of points. And you can destroy any markets if you need to. Like for example, over here, I'll destroy this market because it's not going to make you any more star per turn because it's the last turn. And it won't make you any more points either because it's the last turn of the game. So this is just a way of squeezing out more points. Really nice if you're really close to that necessary score. And yeah, I've got quite a few cities that I can still develop, which again shows how slow this attempt was. Very far from ideal. I believe I can do things like this. Then I can chop some trees. Chop more trees. I mean, just chopping any remaining trees you're not going to use is just not a bad idea in general. I don't think I quite have enough to get another giant. Or not a giant, a park. So at this point, it is best to spend the remaining stars just training units. If you spend the last of your stars getting some points, and now we'll see. Did I do it? still by a pretty decent amount. So that's 3 stars. So again, just remember the strat, get the markets going, get your eco, and even if things don't go well, you still have a good amount of room for error. So hope this helps for you struggling free-to-play players, because again, perfection is not very free-to-play friendly. It's just how it is. But hopefully with this strategy, it's nice and simple, and it's a pretty easy way to get 3 stars. And hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and have a good one.